Hey everyone, it's Dr. Ramani. Welcome back to this YouTube channel on narcissism and narcissistic relationships and all the rest of it. And by popular demand, I didn't know that people liked it. We've actually literally been getting people sending us requests. Please, Dr. Ramani, bring back Am I the Asshole? Can you lighten up your channel a little bit? Okay, here we go. So this is the Am I the Asshole for doing weird or awkward poses whenever my mother-in-law accidentally walks in on me in the bathroom. This is so weird, but I had to read it a couple of times. So here we go. So the person writing this is a woman. Okay, so she says, my mother-in-law came to stay with us for a few weeks until her home is renovated for Christmas. The problem is that she has been randomly walking in on me while I'm in the bathroom. Thankfully, not once has she seen me naked because I started picking up on her behavior after the second time in a week. She'd barge in, then turns and says, "Oh, sorry," and then closes the door. I tried talking to my husband about it, but he kept ignoring me, then flat out said, "So what if she's accidentally seen you naked? She's family." He seriously said that. We have a lock and I could have used it, but I have my own past trauma from the idea of locking and being locked in a room after my brother locked me in the bathroom when I was 5. So I came up with this idea. I'd go inside the bathroom pretending to use it and wait for her to come because honestly, it's deliberate at this point. When she accidentally barges in, she'd see me in a weird or awkward position. For example, doing a ballet stand, standing on the toilet, or standing facing the wall with my hands up, fully clothed, of course. I could see how awkward and weird this would be for her because she'd have to stand there for a few seconds trying to figure out what I was doing. It was hilarious at first seeing her initial confusion, but then she told my husband about it, claiming and then she claimed that she saw her practicing rituals in the bathroom. I cleared things up with my husband and revealed the reason why I was doing this. My husband was livid. He called me childish and said that I made his mom feel terrified and weirded out by my behavior. He said I should have acted maturely and locked the damn door instead of playing mind games. So then she said, I just came. So this person then stepped away, saw all the hundreds and hundreds of comments, thousands of comments. So she said, now I feel embarrassed. Glad I went anonymous, but seriously, I'm looking at my screen and I'm like, okay, that's silly. Okay, she says, my husband and his mother are extremely upset with me. He still thinks it was ridiculous and is demanding an apology before she goes back to her home. I'm not sure if I will apologize because, yes, while it was a me problem that I couldn't use the lock, it still feels wrong what she did, and maybe I'm wrong too, but at least I got a bit of a chuckle out of it also. I'm sure Thanksgiving dinner will be awkward tomorrow, especially after what happened. So, am I the asshole? I'm going with no. This was bizarre, right? Of all the things you could do, doing odd poses when someone comes into a bathroom, that's definitely up there as odd. A trend that often cycles through these Am I the Assholes is somebody shaming and blaming someone who's being harmed by somebody's intrusive behavior. I have no idea if the mother-in-law is narcissistic. All I know is that she's very intrusive. You're in someone's house, there's a closed bathroom door, she's not knocking, she's walking in without knocking. The woman has given her reason for not wanting to lock the door, and personally, I think it's a very valid reason. And above all else, it is her home. It's her home. She doesn't want to lock the bathroom door. It has historical significance to her. And you see a closed bathroom door, I think most of us would knock on the door before we'd walk in. And this woman keeps walking in. It doesn't even seem as though the mother-in-law needs to use the bathroom. It's just some sort of strange, intrusive thing she's doing. Again, another theme that's come up on Am I the Assholes before is sort of catching people out, right? So a person keeps breaking a rule. Someone else in the family enables it, says, oh, come on, don't worry about it. So if somebody sort of sets a trap, if you will, or a camera, or in this case, doing these weird things. And this husband goes on to pathologize the wife for saying, how could you do that? You weirded her out. So this idea, this is a great example of that kind of familial triangulation with an in-law, right? That what the husband has basically said is that his alliance is very much with his mother. because it would have been very simple for him to then go speak to his mother and said, yo, please don't walk into the bathroom. Can you knock on the door when you see the bathroom is closed? And instead pathologized her need to not want to lock the door because of her own history, even though she's in her own home. They're gracious enough to allow the mother to stay with them while she's having this remodeling done. And after the first time you walk in on someone who's in the bathroom, you know from that point forward you need to knock. But she kept on doing it. But to shame someone for having a real strategy, for sort of putting it on display, this is often how toxic people get protected in family systems. It's as though the family system doesn't want to see it. And my guess here is this dear old husband doesn't want this on display, whether it's his own shame, whether it's his own sort of trauma-bonded, enabled mess he's in with his mother, or maybe he's as toxic as mom, it's not clear. He's definitely showing toxic patterns in blaming his wife for actually wanting to say she didn't even do something. I don't think what she did was cruel. She could have called her a name. She could have put an obscene sign up. She was just doing a bizarre pose in the bathroom. It was almost like she's being a strange human statue. It'd be like, I don't know, putting a statue in the bathroom. And then that's all she did. I don't see any, I actually have to say, of all the strategies she could have used, there's something not only farcical about it, it wasn't even a diss against the mother. It was really a way of saying, okay, I'm going to do this strange thing and maybe she'll take notice of it. But instead, the alliance exists between the husband and the mother-in-law. This lady's got some problems, because if hubby is that allied with his own mother, so much so that when she's very much sort of violating a boundary, opening a bathroom door, repeatedly doing it, and he is not trying to set a boundary. He could try to have done it in a gentle way and has definitely sort of taken sides. This woman's got bigger fish to fry in terms of asking herself if indeed that this man's sort of going to go to bat for his mother in a situation like this. This then means it's a cycle that's only going to sustain. It's her call how she'd want to progress on that. But the tendency to pathologize somebody who is harmed by the repeated boundary violations of a narcissistic person is such a common dynamic in these family situations. Not cool. She's not the asshole. It was an interesting choice to do the poses. I'm not mad at her. Thanks again.